I've been on my grind, no wasting time. You see the pressure make diamonds, the money gon' pile, the glow turn to shine. I focus my mind, the flow feel right. Shout out to my slime. I run up a check every time I get the grinding. Hit the slow motion, bitches calling me Miyagi. I'm talking rice on top of rice the way I'm sliding. You can't pull up.
What's good, people? It's your boy Mo Bay, and this is the channel where you learn how to keep it locked, keep it healthy. I just recently started going through my channel to see what kind of videos I have been doing and what kind of videos I haven't done. What can I add to the channel, boom, boom. And I realized that I haven't really done a mistakes on a journey type thing, you know, 5 most common mistakes or whatever the case may be. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna let you know the most common mistakes that I've seen or that is more commonly talked about. And we're gonna go through that. So if you just starting out, you got your locks, you've been having them for like 6 months or maybe even 6 years. Either way, there's gonna be some information that'll probably help you out. So we're gonna start with number 1, which would be excessive bleaching. Now, when we talk about bleaching, we're talking about lifting the color of the locks. So possibly you can dye them a different color and it has that brightness, that vibrance that you're looking for. Or you just want to lift the color and have that look, you know what I'm saying, the Wiz Khalifa, however you want to do it. Whole head, half the head, the tips, little spots, have them look like spider legs. However you want to do it. Bleaching, I'm not saying that it's not recommended to do at all. Just don't do it a lot. Pretty much go to a professional if you're gonna lift the color of your locks. You go to a professional, man. That way you know you're not gonna mess it up. Because if you mess it up, sometimes there's no going back. It's a chemical damage. You feel me? It's the way bleach works. It breaks down the cell membrane on the follicles so that that color can be lifted. And that doesn't always mean that that cell membrane can reform like it's supposed to. So that's why the hair feels different after bleaching a few times. You know what I'm saying? If you leave it on too long, it also causes damage. If you're using strong developers, anything more than 30 or 40 or around 30 and 40, can't do none of that. It strips the hair, of course, so you gotta do hot oil treatments to make sure you're moisturized, you know? You can't come around here all dried and brittle. You know, you need to have it moisturized. Another thing that you probably should start using is a sulfate-free shampoo. You can start air drying so you won't be doing too much with your locks. I say if you are bleaching and you do want touch-ups, wait 6 weeks or more. Don't like 2 weeks turn around and 3 weeks turn around and no. Then you causing damage to the locks. Like bleaching does damage. But if you don't do it a lot, the hair can bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what happens when you get the bleach on the scalp. So go to a professional if you're going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do just enough every 6 weeks if you're going to keep going here. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it misconstrued. You're going to have to moisturize, all that good stuff. Keep it together. You feel me? But don't keep going too much. Excessive is what's not recommended. But number 2, excessive styling or retwisting. Now, a lot of people, they want their locks to always look neat, always look presentable. You know, give that professional look. I don't know what words you want to use to describe it, but the same words can be used to describe unkept locks as long as they're clean. You feel me? So with these people, it seems like they're OCD with the retwist. Like it's gotta be done, it's gotta look fresh. I gotta have it looking like this all the time. So if you get a retwist every week or 2 weeks or something like that, you're possibly causing damage to the locks, especially if the retwists or styles are tight. Now if you just put it in as tight, of course if you've got long hair or had long hair before and it wasn't locks, even if it is locks and if you got it styled and it was short and it's braids, you know this gonna be tight. Now with that, the tightness, it's really causing strain on the hair. It feels like, okay, it hurts, it's a little bit of pain, but it don't really feel like it's doing too much damage. It's doing a little damage. You'll realize it down the line, but it's doing a little damage. There's certain parts of the locks that'll get weak Not all of them, but a few of them. It's something that you don't really want to keep dabbling into. Tight styles, tight retwists. You don't want to do it. It causes breakage at the root sometimes, especially with the retwist. Twist too tight and it's... So if you're gonna get a retwist or a style, I'll say wait. Give it at least 2 to 3 weeks before you retwist again. It depends really on how your hair and scalp needs its maintenance. You know, some people's hair it's like porosity, low and high. You gotta know where you're at. Does your hair absorb and retain moisture, or does your hair just be open and stay dry, let the shit leak out and just You feel me? You gotta know how your hair operates to know which direction you need to go. You know what I'm saying? For the guys, some of the girls too, some of you women's out here, excessive barber visits or cuts, trim ups, however you want to do it. Now, if you trimming locks to have a certain look, that's cool. You ain't really doing no harm. You just having that certain length or that certain look, and you want to maintain that. As far as the lineup though, see, I got a natural lineup. I haven't really touched much of up here or here at all. I ain't even touched the back of my neck in I don't know when. When I first started, yeah, I was trying to keep the lineup. That's what I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? I always had short hair. I line my shit up. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? It lasts about a week and a half. Hit that bitch again. You feel me? But with locks, it's more of a careful process. You don't want to trim hairs that are in the lock. You don't want to push your hairline back with the style that you may be getting. You know what I'm saying? The style or the retwist could be pulling. And then you do the lineup, and that recedes the hairline even more. Just something you probably don't want, you know. We all know that receding hairline is something that could happen if you're not careful. Now, depending on your genes, your genetics, and how strong your follicles like to stay, you may be able to hold on to the hairline a little bit longer. But if you pulling it back, you pulling it back, cause like, it is what it is. But number 4, interlocking. Not just straight interlocking, but improper interlocking. When I say interlocking, I'm talking about you using the big hook crochet, you looping through the root 2 different ways every time. Boom, 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 boom. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Now, when people go to do it themselves, it's easy to mess up. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's more likely that you could mess up. You can't see everything you're doing. You got to feel around for everything. You could double loop in the same direction, and you could cause lock splitting. It's something you don't want. You cause lock splitting, that motherfucker could fall the fuck out from being split up like that. So when you go for interlocking, you want to get some interlocking done. Maybe you feel like your locks ain't locking as fast as you want them to. You want to go ahead and get them interlocked. Super speed this process. So you get them interlocked. Now, when I have got my locks interlocked, when they interlock them, there's that thing as going too tight. If they loop it a couple more times, that's not supposed to be done, and it feel extra tight. It feel like somebody just grabbing that lock at the root and just holding it, just like that. That means it's too tight. So again, that's along the lines of a tight retwist. So you gotta be careful there. But if you go to a professional, they'll be able to get it done right. They can see everything they're doing. They tend to move a little faster as well. Now you're gonna have to pay the price, of course, but if you wanna learn how to do it on your own, take the time, learn it, do it right, so you don't mess yourself up. I mean, the other thing I would say about interlocking is that it may give a braided texture to the lock after a while. But I only did it to a short portion of my locks, and that braided effect does go away, you know, after the washes and styles and everything over the years. So that's not something that you should worry about too much as far as the texture that it causes when you're done interlocking. So you be good with that. Just go to a pro and you'll be all right. Don't try to do it on your own and fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. Number 5. Now we all like to wash our locks, right? I'm hoping that we do all like to wash our locks. When you're done with your washing of the locks, you guys, some of you use a hair dryer. Cool, hair dryer, get it done. Now, for the people like me that air dry, if you're trying to air dry or you're trying to wash your locks and you need to air dry, don't wash them before you go to bed or close to the time before you go to bed. Don't wash your locks and cover them up for a long period of time without them being dry. Okay? I mean, don't wrap them up. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them dry all the way. You got to. It's like taking wet clothes out the washing machine, just throwing them back in the basket, letting them sit overnight. What's gonna happen? Same thing happens to the hair. Okay? So you want to make sure the hair is all the way dry, if not 90% dry, before you lay that head down or wrap that head up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can throw the oils in there. If it's damp, you can hit it with the retwist. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But going to sleep or wrapping that hair up, don't do it. Don't do it. This may cause mildew and mold buildup in the locks. And the smell is hard to get rid of. It's like a vinegar smell that just likes to stay around. You don't want that. So, yeah, make sure them locks dry. If you want to get a hair dryer, get a hair dryer. They got the motherfucking dome piece on the chair. You can clip it to a desk, however you want to do it. They got the little inflatable joint. Put it on the head. Use a handheld, boom, blow it in there, however you want to do it. They even got the heater with the motherfucking. They got a box on the side of it. That you hit the button and it turns that bitch on. I just seen them. They got that. So it don't even matter. If you ain't even got money, you just air dry it. Get up under a fan or something. Turn the fan on. However you want to stand outside in the sun. You feel me? Make sure that shit's dry before you know what I'm saying, go to do other stuff. Because nobody wants the stinky head. Because now a bonus thing as far as it's more of a mental thing that people make the mistake of doing. I would say people make the mistake of expecting something different from their locks than what it actually can do or what they actually grow into. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you expect your locks to look like Quavo's and they end up coming out trying to look like Kodak Blacks. That's a drastic change, but you get what I'm saying. Your locks is gonna grow and be how they are, but everybody's journey is different. The hair on your head is not uniform, most likely. So for you to expect your hair to be a certain way before it even gets to that stage, it's kind of crazy, because you don't even know your hair yet at that point. So get to know your hair, get to love your hair, love them locks, love the journey. If you don't, cut it. I don't know. Try something else, try something new. Rethink it. But this has been 5 common mistakes people made through the journey or before the journey. Just want to let y'all know it's easy to avoid these things. So if you're starting out, you got the locks, however the case, hope this helps you out. I'm gonna do some more informational videos coming soon. And next week, I'll be doing the review on the lock gel from Talia Wajid. I think I said it right this time. So stay tuned. I got something coming through on Friday as well. The channel is back, baby. But until next time, this your boy. I'm out. Peace.
The pink, I like when she softly sings to me. Come on, baby, be my freak. Leap, meet up with me, I got meat for cheap. Don't play with me, baby, C a G. Fiendish for that body, weekly. Thinking about you daily, making you my baby. Don't be acting crazy, we gon' see. I come through with boppers and choppers. My partners, they rosters, them crosses. If you cannot stop us, she properly